We are in the final countdown for Game 1 of the 2023 World Series. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Rachel Cole. First pitch between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers is at 5:03 Arizona time. Our very own Mark Curtis and Cameron Cox are live in Arlington right now. Guys, tell us about the energy out there.
Well, it's hard not to be excited and to go crazy because you see the fans filing in. Every once in a while, you'll see a Diamondbacks fan walk by.
More than in Philly.
Yeah, but it's really interesting, Cam, because as you look at this Diamondbacks roster, there aren't any superstars yet. Yeah. There are some budding superstars in the making. Corbin Carroll comes to mind. But one of the superstars that has brought the team here to the World Series used to work for the other guys.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We mentioned Torey Lovullo pressing all the right buttons. D-backs bench coach Jeff Banister does that too as well. Mark, he's really not supposed to be here. He nearly lost his leg in college to bone cancer, and he was paralyzed for 10 days after a collision at home plate. Yet here he is in this moment in the World Series. You know, it's fitting. He was the first person to spot that famous Snakes Alive t-shirt out there in Chase Field, and that's fitting because he's still alive. Pre-game is D-backs bench coach Jeff Banister's time to really shine. He runs batting practice.
He probably has been the best thing that's ever happened to me in my managerial career.
I believe in a thought, and a thought is, if you can hold on to it, can spark the emotions.
A lot of thoughts go through his head. Standing in the World Series, his first thought, how his pro career started.
You know, for a guy that signed for $1,000 in a Wendy's in Baytown, Texas, my dad asked me when I was leaving for minicamp, he asked me, he said, "What's your plan?" I said, "To make it to day 2. And it's been a lot of day 2s. I've never gotten off of that, so I just hope to keep getting to day 2.
32 years later, that's a bunch of day 2s. His only big league managing job was with the Texas Rangers back in 2015. He was unexpectedly fired in 2018.
There's nothing about this bittersweet in a sense that as much passion and much loyalty that I had for putting on that uniform, I have for putting on this uniform every single day. Putting on the Diamondback uniform, I am a Diamondback.
That started 2 years ago. D-backs manager Torey Lovullo hiring Banister to be his right-hand man.
Jeff Banister has changed our culture in every way. At times I feel like he does a better job than me, so you're in good hands when the person, your first lieutenant, does things at a better clip than you.
And the lessons learned go both ways between Lovullo and Banister.
He's shown me as a guy of, a way to be all things to the people that you're leading, but also vulnerable enough to accept the help, and he makes it easy.
Mark, it goes to show you all those years in baseball, no matter what level you come from, you can still learn from things from one another. It's cool to hear Torey speak about someone that highly, and Coach Torey Lovullo said today on the podium, if there's anybody in baseball that deserves another shot to manage a ball club, it's Jeff Banister, and that job could be coming right after the World Series with Dusty Baker out in Houston. Banister would be the favorite to land that job. Went to college at U of H, played high school ball right outside of Houston. It'd be a perfect fit for him to get back in that seat, especially after everything he did for this D-backs team the past couple of years.
And it sounds like, Cam, he comes at it with such great perspective. Yeah. And also, when you talk about perspective, here's something interesting. If you were listening to Valley Radio this morning, chances are it was all about the D-backs in the World Series. So I wanted to find out what the folks down here are saying. So I went to hang out with the #1 sports talk show in Dallas at 105.3 The Fan. It's not a normal morning for the crew at 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. It's the morning of Game 1 of the World Series.
Both of these teams have had fantastic runs here, unexpected runs. So who knows? Because somebody's luck is going to run out, and maybe luck's not a good word because these teams have both earned it here, but somebody's kind of Cinderella story is going to end in the World Series.
Of course, Mike Bassick is going to pick the Rangers. He pitched for them. But back in the day, he also pitched in the Diamondbacks organization, where he won a championship in Tucson.
Part of the Diamondbacks organization in '06, and we won the championship in Tucson with Chip Hell as the manager. Awesome year, one of my favorite years ever. Love that team.
And even though, well, you know what Tom Hanks once said.
There's no crying in baseball!
Maybe. But D-back and Ranger fans might shed a tear knowing that here there's something bigger, much bigger than baseball.
Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. The sports world is run by the Dallas Cowboys.
The guys obviously like the Rangers, but concede that the D-backs do have that special something.
And the Arizona Diamondbacks are headed to the world.
I didn't want to play them. I was like, I don't want to play a team that's coming in that hot right now. Watching what they did against Philadelphia, watching what they did against the Dodgers.
And if you're superstitious and a Diamondbacks fan, pay close attention to the guy throwing out the first pitch tonight.
The President of the United States.
Oh, that's the 1 year the Diamondbacks won the World Series. So is there a little bit of superstition in me that George Bush throwing out the first pitch in Game 1, that the Diamondbacks are in the World Series? I know that ultimately it has nothing to do, but there is that brain thing that goes in like.
Hey, you gotta love it. If you believe in superstition, which is a big part of baseball, I think.
Sure.
You gotta love President Bush throwing out the first pitch tonight.
Mark, I'll say this. I'm surprised they weren't talking about Dak Prescott and, if he's the quarterback for the Cowboys or how bad or good the Cowboys are doing.
It's really interesting because when you listen to that, maybe 1 out of 4 calls would be about the Texas Rangers.
Sure.
Everything else is about the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's definitely a Cowboys town. Rangers are the little brother for sure.
All right, well, we're going to see what's going to happen tonight. We both like the D-backs to win the series, bring it back. I don't know if it's going to go 6 or 7, but either way, hopefully they get another ring when this whole thing is done. Rachel?